Good evening, everyone. I'm Shanmugapriya of Pharm D third year, volunteer at Medodrix. Welcome you all to the second day of the most enlightening webinar series, World Diabetes Day, organized by Medodrix. Medodrix aims to evolve, educate, and awaken growth in healthcare buds and the community. At Medodrix, knowledge is like a map. Each insight you gain leads you closer to your destination in the journey of healthcare. It's now time to welcome our today's speaker, Dr. B. Mothish Waran, Pharm D, CCRP, DHR IIT, co-founder and director of Smart Tech Academy, Clinical Research Associate and Site Manager, Directorate of Research, SRM Hospital, Chennai. Dr. B. Moteshwaran's career journey is characterized by a strong academic foundation and a dedication to advancing the field of clinical research. Here is a brief overview of his career trajectory. Dr. Mothish Waran embarked on his journey by pursuing a Doctor of Pharmacy degree at SRM Institute of Science and Technology. Graduating with first class with distinction, he laid the foundation for his expertise in pharmaceutical science. As part of his educational journey, he has gained hands-on experience through internships at various institutions. Notably, he worked as a trainee clinical research coordinator at SRM Clinical Research Center while doing his clerkship, where he gained insights into the practical aspects of the clinical research coordination. Today, he is going to share his insights on the topic role of pharmacist in diabetes management, bridging the gap between research and clinical practice. We are honored to welcome you, sir. Sir, am I
Thank you
audible?
so much. Yeah, you're audible. Is my voice audible to you?
Yes, sir, yes.
Yeah, okay. Can I start my session?
Yes, sir, sure, sir.
So, okay, I'll start. So now I'll start. So I'm working as a clinical research associate. I start my career as a clinical pharmacist. Okay, clinical pharmacist doing intern. I worked as a different internships. I worked in different internships as a clinical research associate and as well as a clinical pharmacist and clinical data management. So different kinds of internship to know which is the best industry and which is suitable for me. So out of which I chose to clinical pharmacy at the time. But I thought I'm doing clinical pharmacy as my best, and I'm doing antimicrobial stewardship, multiple ward rounds, and even I do night shifts also. So one, I was so confident that hospital I'm playing a major part of the healthcare sector while I was in my internships. And suddenly one time I got affected by dengue. At that time I took 7 days leave. Without my presence, that 7 days hospital ran successfully. And no one called me, no one asked me any doubts, and it was very successfully hospital running. Because then when I came to know, okay, if we are doing some internships, if we are doing some interventions also, it is not impressing doctors, it is not creating a huge impact. It will create some small impacts in patients, but it is not creating a that much huge impact. And in future salary also is very less in India. If you are working planning to work as a clinical pharmacy, you can join, but the salary is very less in India. Then I'll try to focus on what are the different fields and environments. And then I did some small project by using Google Form, and I shared to all the seniors, everyone, what are the if they are Pharm D graduate, which company they are working, what posting they are working. Then most of the candidates from Hyderabad, Bengaluru, and Mumbai and Delhi, I came to know that they are working in which sector? Research sector, clinical research sector, because they have a easy availability of clinical research sector. But in Tamil Nadu, South India, we don't have that much of clinical research sector except Hyderabad and Bangalore. And the mostly clinical research, everyone what they are thinking is clinical research means difficult. Okay, so it is very difficult to move from pharmacy to clinical research, because in clinical research, who are your competitors? No, BTech, BTech microbiology and BSc microbiology, BSc biochemistry, these peoples will come, and but they don't know what is pharmacy, what are the basics of pharmacy. We are the only experts in clinical research, because we learned what is the pharmacy, how to, what are the different dosage forms, everything. But anyone can learn clinical research very easily. Okay, when I joined there, I had a more than 37 certificates in during my COVID time. So it helped me easily to crack the internship interview. Then I placed into the internship. It was not that much easy. At initially they gave some random works, random PPTs. They won't believe easily because clinical research is highly confidential. Then after 6 months, I was allotted as a clinical research coordinator trainee. Then it was very impressively. My first project is alcoholic project. Okay, that product is still available. That product name is Party Smart. Party Smart means after taking alcohol, what we will get excess alcohol, we will get hangover. Okay, so the drug which is helps patients to relieve from hangover. It was very interesting for me. This is the project. This is the work we are going to do. Like that, I asked. Yes, this is the project. For 2 days, you have to stay here and work. For that, we are going to pay you a fees of 20,000 like that. At the time, I was an intern, so I was very happy. Okay, they are paying some huge money, and I have some different licenses certifications, so I am eligible at that time. Then I joined the as a clinical research intern for the 2 days project. They paid me, and surprisingly, it was very funny. One group is taking both the group 10 members male. They are taking heavy drinking heavy alcohol. One is after drinking alcohol, they are making fun, comedy, everything. Then after that, we told that you are going to take one group is going to take placebo, and another one group is staying going to that Party Smart capsule, which is manufactured by the Himalayas company. Okay, so still it is successfully running in the market. So we are giving that Party Smart capsule to one group and another group placebo group. Surprisingly, they reduced a very much hangover scale. In hangover scale, before and after the group which they are taking the new medicine, that is hangover medicine. Surprisingly, it was very funny. They have reduced their hangover stage. They didn't experience any hangover, but the other group which receives a placebo, then they appreciate me very well. The project completed successfully. It launched in market. Now it is crossing in crores, and I was getting enough payment also, enough recognition. Then I joined a big study that is conducted by a Novo Nordisk. Now coming to the topic, no, not disk. That is an insulin project. Then that insulin project, it was very fantastic. In diabetes management, day by day, it is prolongedly increasing. So daily new cases are coming. Even 20, 30 years patients also coming for a diabetes mellitus. So at that time, it was very much impressed. I was very much impressed by seeing that what are the latest advancement technology, and insulin as a inhaler. So different things, different insulin analogs, many new different products came to the market. Then I was very happy to work in the project. Then we started enrolling patients. Then after enrolling the patients, within 2 to 3 months, we started seeing the gradual reducements of HbA1c from 9 to 6.3, 9 to 4.7. It was very reduced to normal range. It works fantastically. Then patients was very happy, and doctors also very happy, and sponsor company also very happy. So it was a highly rewarding career comparing to different careers. Then I fully focused on clinical research. Then at the end of my Pharm D career, I almost completed 17 clinical trials. And then I applied for different interviews. Then more than 12 interviews are done, out of which 6 I got placed. AstraZeneca, no, not this. And then SRM didn't allow me. Okay, they told what are the packages you are getting as a competitive package, we will give you that package and the same posting with a team lead. So I was very happy because I want to stay with my parents, and it is very good, great comfort zone. It is not good to be in a comfort zone, but they are giving. So then I started. This is the basics of my career. Now I will tell you what are the things which we are going to see in the today's session. This is the basic introduction how I entered clinical research. Okay, some basic introduction. Okay, now I'll start. Okay, I don't want to make a boring session. If anywhere I am going lag means, just give me any message in thumbs up, then I'll catch you. Now the screen was visible. So in clinical research, yeah, thank you, Pushkal Khanna. comparing to all other field in clinical research, apart from salary you will get a single patient payment like doctors. Okay, I will show that if it is not a big problem. If it is not recording means in at last I will show what is the per patient salary, per consultation salary. So you will be treated like a doctor. If you consult per patient you will get 1,000 rupees. If you speak a telephonic visit you will get 500. So not about money, it's about satisfaction. It's about the respect which we are getting. At the in SRM currently I'm working. At the time which I'm going for ward rounds for gynecology and pediatrics, what they want to impress that much, because as usual, like a Pharm D before my previous batch and all, they will just come and they will check BP. They will do some basic baby weight, height, and they will write prescription, basic things, and they will go. When I go and tell clinical research, they are not that much impressed. They told what Pharm Ds will do. They almost underestimate all the Pharm Ds. Then after joining in SRM, and that pediatric HOD is my principal investigator. I'm the study project lead. So we worked very closely. He's told it is very good to see you as a colleague. So it was very happy moment to me. So like that, many different moments in clinical research. Daily, I am enjoying this happiness. So that happiness I want to share with you. I got some light and some peacefulness. So I want to share this peacefulness and light to all the families. If you tasted some tasty food, what you will do? You will suggest that to your friends. I tasted one food which I saw in the blog. It was very good, so you have to taste it. So like that, many families are don't know which direction they should go. What is the direction which is available? They are thinking the resources are very limited, and the new trend is this. After completing the Pharm D, already we were spent more than 30 lakhs. They don't know what to do, and they are suddenly immigrating to foreign after paying 50 lakhs to 1 crore. Already we spent too much. Everyone is telling this is very high payment, even in all the fields in pharmaceutical. Even CEOs in pharmaceutical fields also in just a bachelor degree, master degree. But we have completed doctorate degree, and to postpone our career, they are doing some MPH, MS, and after they are again coming to India, and in US, next to 1 year, they are doing some pharmacy assistant kinds of work. So it is, if you are very passionate about foreign graduation for abroad countries masters means okay, but if you don't know anything means don't fall into that trap. Okay, so I'll get into the structure. The role of pharmacist in diabetes management, bridging the gap between research and clinical practice. Why clinical practice peoples are good in clinical research? Why we are coming under pharmacy practice department? Okay, in hospital we are having different departments like pharmacognosy, pharmacology, even pharmacology also will, but clinical practice will be an excellent department. Okay, why I will tell. Clinical research in diabetes mellitus, I will tell you basics. So why diabetes management matters? Because daily diabetes is increasing day by day, over 537 million adults, because the laziness is more. As per the NACH guidelines, now it is estimated that within 25, that is average diabetes starting age should be at 27 years, within 5 to 5 years, because laziness is more, and sedentary lifestyle is day by day increasing. So over 537 million adults, that is from 20 to 79 years, were living with diabetes in 2021, and projected to rise by 783 million by 2045. Now even metformin also not working properly for many patients. So day by day, like how antibiotic resistance is there, so diabetes also it has become highly resistance like that. So they need some new medicines. It is still uncontrolled. They need some new uh, insulins, different therapies. One in two adults with diabetes remain undiagnosed. Many people was undiagnosed. Okay, so economic impact is global health expenditure on diabetes exceeds 966 billion annually. So if you want to win, you should be with the winner side. Who is the winner here? Diabetes is the winner here. So diabetes is the biggest market in the world, biggest disease in the world. Okay, so if you are in this kind of field, this kind of clear research kind of field, so definitely day by day patients is going to increase, diseases is going to increase. Okay, so diabetic, previously we will select specific countries as a diabetic capital. Now the world become a most diabetic countries, because blocks are increased, temptation is increased, easy availability of foods through Swiggy, Zomato, Blinkit. So different any, if you are seeing any cake videos or chocolate videos, easily you can able to afford anything. So world become the most diabetic. This will be next 5 years, almost in every home at least two people will be diabetes. If you are in a class, in the class at least 10 people will be diabetes. That is the estimate with scientist epidemiology study. Over 530 million adults, I already told you. So see, in India we are 11 to 15 percent of diabetes population. In Sri Lanka it is very more, and Egypt and United States it is very very high. Okay, in Afghanistan, Pakistan, they will eat more and more of sweets, and mostly they will eat rice, scorch diet. So definitely it will be going to a big epidemic in the world. So why pharmacist role in diabetes is very very needed? Because improving medication adherence. May in our hospital we saw one patient. He is very old patient. He is taking vitamin B for past 7 months without knowing that it is a vitamin B. He is thinking it is a sugar tablet. And some patients is taking whenever there is a high blood glucose level, they will take that medicine. And if it is reduced, they will start the symptoms is showing to minimize means, then they will stop, because patients are thinking medication is a predator. Okay, diabetes medicine is a predator. If you start taking it, you are going to take this for a lifetime. But they don't know what is the consequences they will face if they don't take the medicines. What are the multiple comorbidities they will get? So basic pharmacy education is needed, because doctors are not they are giving medicine, they are prescribing medicine, but they are not properly educating, because they don't have a time. In India, out of 3,000 patients, only one doctor is there in a ratio. But when coming to hospital, it is okay. But in ratio, 3,000 is to 1 is the ratio for doctors and patient ratio. So we need more doctors. Already doctors are so much stressed. Morning they will go to work, afternoon they will come for OP. So they don't have sufficient time to provide a proper patient education. But as a clinical pharmacy, as a pharmacist, you can guide a patient what are all the things they should do, what are all the foods they should eat, how to take a medicine, why this medicine is needed, what happen if you don't take the medicine, how you will face changes if you take the medicines regularly, how your life won't be bad if you take this medicine, what are all the complications you can prevent. Like that, you should properly counsel the patients without giving any fear in their layman language. Okay, this will definitely help you. Why I am telling is, I have done one project. One group, they are taking diabetes medicines, okay, for next 4 months. Another one group, 50 patients, they are taking the same medicine, okay, same regular. The HbA1c is between 6 to 8, not too much. 6 to 8 HbA1c, that is basic diabetes. Okay, in this diabetes, one group is taking regular medicine, same metformin, glycomet, and yeah, metformin G1, like that. This group also taking the same. We took the HbA1c average. Before study, we will took HbA1c average. After study, HbA1c average. But one group is giving pharmacy counseling, clinical pharmacist counseling, and medication adherence rating scale. How the fear of medication is having with patients, how it is increased, how to give a proper knowledge to them. So we will give different patient educations, what to eat, how to eat, what time they should take medicine, what foods they should not take the medicines. So we give some small interventions. At the time, doctors were saying, oh, this is a not a clinical trial. Clinical trial means we have to give some new medicines. No, we told, no ma'am, as per new guidelines, even behavioral changes is coming into the clinical trial as per NDCT rule 2019. So we will give a small change. Then we will see. Then no one helped us. We told, ma'am, no, we are not going. Anyone is not going to pay any money. We will just going to give counseling to one group. One group you will go, you will take the care. Another one group we will take care. Okay. So we will give, surprisingly, HbA1c was reduced 1.5. If this group average HbA1c is reduced to from 8 to 7.2, means this group 8 to 6.4. Why? Because patients are regularly taking the medicine, and the patients are, if some patients are there, if doctor is prescribing dapagliflozin, they will take dapagliflozin for lifelong, 1 year, 2 year, but it will definitely cause a chronic kidney disease. Okay, so we have to reduce the medication. We have to alter the dose after 1 month or 2 months. We have to again consult the doctor. We have to again do a dose tapering. So these kinds of things we will manage for that another group, and their health level and general fatigue assessment, everything is improved. And then clinical pharmacist was directly employed in SRM hospital. Now permanently 5 clinical pharmacists are employed. After we developed a huge impact. We didn't develop the impact, we proved it. Okay, if you tell in a words, no one will believe, but if you proved means definitely everyone will be, because ultimate goal of doctors also is patient safety, and they want to recover. So like that you have to prove. Okay, now get into why pharmacists are needed in clinical research. So, pharmacist in clinical research, why it is needed means, if any other different fields is enrolling a clinical research patients means, it is not that much easy to recruit a patients. At the beginning, in a clinical research, ABCD is patient recruitment, because you have to speak with the patient. Till date, as worked as a clinical research coordinator, I enrolled more than 941 patients, accurately 941 patients. Okay, and the main blessing God gave me is, if I'm not fluent in English also, I can compromise and manipulate Tamil patients, because I'm my mother tongue is Tamil, so I can easily explain, and I can speak like their nearby neighbor, their son. I will handle patients with that much care, and I will give the knowledge transfer to patients, that which is not given by the doctors, additional knowledge. So I will give some additional faith towards me, additional comfort towards me, and how this drug will make an impact in you, how it is useful in you. If it is a placebo, we will give healthy individuals, they will come for money. Okay, for each patient, each visit we will pay around 1500. So if it is a drug means, we will tell it is an excellent drug, it is already in the market, because I will only involve in phase 3 and phase 4. Phase 1 and 2, it will be done in a hospital based sector mostly. Phase 2, 3 and 4, it will be done in a OP sector. Okay, so patient recruitment, we will, as if he's a pharmacy graduate, he can explain more about the medicine. What are all the symptoms you will get, how, what are all the immediate benefits, what are all the peak of action, what is the elimination of action. Because if a biochemistry patient student, or bio microbiology student means, they don't tell at what time you will get a effect, at what time you will drug will eliminate from the body. If the color of the urine is changes, patient will get fear. At the time, the microbiology or different individual don't know what to do. Even M-Pharm also don't know what to do. But if you are a Pharm D, you know, okay, this color coating is yellow color, so it will lead patient urine color to yellow color. So it is general normal, just a color excreted through urine. This drug is contains a polyherbal formulation, so it will cause mild constipation. So no, actually, if you are taking 3 liters of water, take at least 2 glasses of water additionally. So like that, small changes you can tell. This will create a big impact. That is 20 to 30% of higher retention rate. Okay, so this is how pharmacists can create a huge impact in clinical research. Now, in big pharmaceutical industry, they are enrolling only pharmacists, other two Pharm D peoples. In Novo Nordisk, AstraZeneca, these are the two big companies. In this company, Pharm Ds are the only people they are hiring for a clinical research associate. Why means, you know how to do a ward rounds, how to talk with the patient, and how it will create a big impact, because we are starving to do something in a clinical, something in a healthcare industry, because everyone has some parent industry. If he is studying occupational therapy, he can work. Without him, the patient can't able to move after stroke patients. If he is a physiotherapy, injured patients can't able to move. If they are a nurse, without nurse, hospital won't run. If they are a CRRI, they will get more and more benefits than us, because they can prescribe, we can't. But in clinical research industry, we are the kingmakers. Doctors can come and sign like us, but pharmacists are the kingmakers. We can earn more than them, because we know how to maintain a documents, how to write a case report form, everything. So it will create a huge impact. Now I'll get into the basic clinical research. Okay. Now I'll share some. Thanks for the response. Now I'm going into my topic. So I'm 100% sure this won't make you bored, because this is a well proven technique. So what is clinical trial? Because everyone know what is clinical trial. The main thing is, if you are doing some minor changes, some addition in patients, that is called clinical trial. So if you are giving some watch, Apple Watch, we have done one, that is calibration clinical research. Calibration clinical research, we were giving Apple Watch to the patients. Okay, and we are testing blood BP, and In the same time, we are checking a BP in a normal sphygmomanometer. In Apple Watch, we are testing a pulse, and same time we are checking a pulse. In Apple Watch, we are checking the ECG abnormalities, and same time we are checking. This is clinical trial, very basic. Then another one group, Complan. Example I'm telling, one group is taking one hostel, in two hostel, boys hostel, school hostel. One group is taking a Complan with one two spoon of Complan with one glass of milk. Another group is taking water. They are not giving milk. That is clinical research. If they are confident with the product, they go with standard product, which is already available in the market. But sometimes they will go with the water. So in group, promisingly, this group is performing better. That is a Complan group. The boys hostel, which they are taking Complan, they showed after 1 year the 3 centimeters growth is there. So same like that, green tea and diabetic polyherbal formulation. One company came. The company owner is superstar Rajinikanth. His company is a multi-billion dollar company, Apex Pharmaceuticals. So they came to us and they told that we want to develop a new medicine and we have a formula. That the product name is Crescin Beta. We want to fight with metformin. So you are very shocked. Metformin is a medicine that is available in the worldwide, and this is the only medicine. And these people are easily saying that we want to compete with metformin, that as a not as a placebo, with as a standard. One group is taking metformin, another group is taking a what is Cresvin Beta, the new medicine. Surprisingly, that group has a tremendous increase, tremendous decrease in HbA1c level, and it is highly safety. Now you can search in Google; it is available. I will show you the results also. Okay. Now we will get to know why clinical research you should get to, because it is a $1 billion growing industry. Within 2030, it will reach to 123.5 billion, and that initially you can work as a clinical research associate, as a clinical research coordinator, diabetes clinical research. Exactly why I'm speaking is why, as a pharmacy students, you should work as a clinical research. Don't join any academies, anything. Just by you seeing a two guidelines, I will tell you the two guidelines. I will share the PPT with admin John Felix. You can get from them. So with easily the two PPTs, easily you can place in any company. But you have to read that 40 pages. That is more than enough. If you read that 40 pages, you can get. Because if you are want to spoon feed means, then you can join any academy. But it is not needed. Okay, even I am also working in some taking some class in academy, but what I'm telling is you don't need that actually. Okay, because if you want to someone want to, if you want spoon feeding means, then you can join. But if you are self learning means, then it is not needed. Okay, so clinical research associate is the job which is for a clinical pharmacist, and as a Pharm D, the main job is to monitor clinical trials. You will go to research site. The starting salary from 70 to 80,000, and daily payment for each food is 2,000 per meal. Okay, so 6,000 per day, excluding snacks and flight pass, everything we will they will give. And you have just have to monitor the clinical research whether they are doing everything right. What are the documents they are having? What are, if the value is suddenly reduced to from 7 to 3, then it is wrong. They are doing some malpractice. Okay, you know what your medicines will do. So these kinds of logical thinking will be done only by the clinical pharmacist. If he is a non-medical people, what easily doctors can fool him, because for each patient how much they are paying, I will tell you the basics pay. This is the basic pay. Okay, so ethical committee charges for Pharm D projects and all, it will be 650 to 750. But this study, this is a regulatory study. This is a very basic study. For this study, ethical committee charges is 61,000. Why means? Because crores and crores money they are going to involve. So if anything problem happened in clinical research means, who will government will catch the ethical committee. So ethical committee daily once they will come for inspection, monitoring whether everything is going right, whether if they we are having harming any patients like that. So ethical committee we have to pay more, and sponsor company also will pay everyone more also. If in a single project they will pay more than 25 to 30 lakhs for a minimum basic project. If it's a big project, even they will pay for 1 lakh also. So this is the investigator, PA and co-PA, co-investigator per on-site visit. So per visit, per consultation, doctor will get 3,500 rupees. Okay, per visit. Okay. So investigator, co-PA and PA, telephonic visit. If they are speaking to telephonic, they will get 1,000 rupees. CRC. I worked as a CRC. So per on-site visit, my salary is if I attend one patient and wrote all the case report form, I will get 1,000 rupees for one visit. If I attended three patients on that day, I will get 3,000. Okay. CRC fees is per telephonic visit. Okay, per telephonic visit is 500. If I speak through telephonically, I will get 500. Lab app charges, they will pay what it is happening weekly they will pay. Phlebotomy charges, why phlebotomy means? Because you can think in all the labs we are not paying a phlebotomist, because if they are having any lab equipments, if the lab is there, phlebotomy is free. But clinical research, we don't believe any lab, because this is a multi-billion-dollar industry. Anyone can make a fake reports for money, because to impress the sponsor company, they can prepare a report which is before study it is high, and after study which it is reducing HbA1c low. So sponsor company won't believe. So what they will do means they will tie up with the centralized lab. After taking a blood, we have to pack the blood and we have to put in a freezer box, and we have to book a flight. For single patients we will book flight priorly, and that logistics people will come to time. If we till 2 o'clock, they will tell sharply, they will come to 2 o'clock, we will hand over the parcel, that will go to Mumbai. In Mumbai they will check. Why means in single clinical trial will be happen in a multi-centric phase. One center will be in Chennai, one will be in Mumbai, one will be in Karnataka, one will be in Andhra, one will be in Pune. So all the five centers data they will collect. Not single center they won't believe, because how they can earn is in India. If the face wash, I don't want to mention the company, if the face wash is 100 rupees means they gave that Brazil regulatory face wash. That face wash is um, so fresh. It was so it has a, too much aroma. Aroma means that much natural. They told that in Indian money, this single face wash cost 850 rupees. But in India, no one is ready to pay and get a face wash for 850 rupees. That is basic face wash, not a luxury brand. So what they told us, this is world market. If we go to global market, the same medicine which is available in India, we will get 5 to 10 times profit. So to conduct a clinical trial, to launch the product in their in their country, they have to clear the clinical research. They have to get the clinical phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4 to get a regulatory clearance. So world clinical trial hub is India, because we can easily conduct clinical trial. In our hospital, if I post any advertisement regarding clinical trial, we are doing some supplement, Zinco with CD we are doing. So per visit, if you are taking any tablet for 1 month, each visit monthly you have to come. Each time we are paying 2,000 means they will come in stand in line, because in our hospital, say more than 60 securities are there, bus drivers are there, many patients are there. And initially it was very difficult, but once they know what are all the things it is going, it is safety means, then people will automatically come. Because in India, poverty is the major important thing. If we are paying 2,000 rupees for one day just for taking a supplement, just for using a skin serum, just for using a face wash means, who will say no? Even for eyeliner also we did clinical trial. So these peoples are coming in line, and it is very easy to enroll a patient. In this study we give 700 only. Okay, so yeah, all the blood will go to central lab. So that's why we are paying 100. And archival of study documents, after completing study also we are paying 10,000, getting 10,000 from the sponsor, and we will keep in a cupboard safely. So institutional over, in Tamil we used to call as a தலைக்கு மேல போற செலவு. We can't expect some charges unexpectedly some charges happening. So for the charges 10%, whatever charges coming, 10% they are going to pay. And miscellaneous, some different courier, Ola charges, recharge charges, even mobile recharge also they are paying. Even mobile also they are buying laptops, everything they will give. So everything they will pay and give you. And sample size is 50 for patients. How for single patient, single clinical trial I am explaining you. Okay, 50 patients I am enrolling. Total number of visits, 8 visits they are coming, patients. Okay, 3 months. On-site visit 6. Telephonic visit 2 times they are coming. 2 times we are speaking. So PI fees is one subject, for one subject they are getting 23,000. Each visit 2,500 means for 6 visit and 2 telephonic visit they are getting 23,000. And as a CRC, my fees is for one subject. If I successfully enrolled on patients and they successfully complete the project, I will get 8,000. Okay, so 8,000 per patient means what my payment? 8,000 into 50, so 4 lakhs will be. So within 6 months, if I completed the study successfully without any major deviations, any patients serious adverse events, I will solidly get 40,000. Sorry, 4 lakhs. Okay, so it is very easy to do 5 to 6 clinical trials simultaneously. Currently I'm doing urology study 2 and gastroenterology study 1, and cystitis continuous to 20 to 30 cycles of urine per day, that is also coming under urology, that study. And mental health disorder study, that is a mild depression and anxiety. And a face bleach study, which is only one 2 visits, 15 days before one they have to give a bleach, and after 20 days they have to give another one bleach. And female infertility study, male infertility study. So these kind of different studies. So each clinical trial we will pay. In insulin study also we are paying very much. No one is conduct. They are putting crores and crores of money. They just need to get a proper clearance, safety documents, 100% documents. Okay, so this is the framework of clinical trial, which that is a diabetes clinical trial. This diabetic company, okay, sponsor manufacturing they are manufacturing the medicines. They are planning to conduct the clinical trial to reach the global market and increase sales. Then they are preparing protocol, investigator proposal, and study documents basically. Then they will come for inspection to see the multiple hospitals, which hospital is doing well, which hospital has the basic labs, phlebotomist, basic infrastructure, proper doctors. They will have a questionnaire, site feasibility, whether the site people, I'm the site person is coming regularly, he don't know some basic English, he knows some basic computers, Word, Excel, like that. How many patients weekly they are coming? What is the physician experience? Then come to this pre-site selection visit. They will conduct some basic interview. What is clinical research? What is ethical committee? Who is a sponsor, like that? Then site initiation. They will initiate the project. They will explain everything. They will do some presentations like what is inclusion criteria, exclusion criteria, which kind of patients we should include, and what are all our rules and regulations, everything. After starting patient enrollment, they will come for a regular visit, because they don't want to make maybe they don't want us to make a mistake, because for each patient they are spending more than 1 lakh. Okay, if one patient, if we are giving any, if we are not taking any blood test, instead of serum, if we give plasma, it will be a big problem. Okay, so they will regularly come for interim monitoring visit. Who will come? That Pharm D guy who is working as a clinical research associate, who once worked as a clinical research coordinator. Okay, if you know the basic, then only you will become a CRA. Like if you want to become a director, you have to work as a assistant director. So like that, if you want to get into clinical research, you have to work as a CRC along with your clinical pharmacy. What I am telling is, if you are working in hospital as a clinical pharmacy, try, if your hospital is conducting any clinical research, approach the HOD, directly go and speak with the Department of Pharmacology if you are working in a medical college, or if you are going for out of college for ward rounds, global hospital. Definitely, all the hospitals is conducting clinical research because it is making a huge money. Small clinical trials. Try to participate in that. If someone is doing internship, try to attend that internships. Okay, so then every month the direct on-site monitoring will be there. Sponsor will come after enrollment. Study closeout will be there. Then they will check all the data. They will raise the query and clear the query. Queries means why this patient BP is this much reduced, why this patient HbA1c is increased this much. We have to give explanation. This patient is not taking the medication properly. This patient, why this patient gastric disturbances is there, means we have to tell them. This patient is eating outside foods for the last 2 months. So that is the main reason. Then the query will be cleared. So who can answer the query betterly? Pharm D. That is a clinical pharmacy, clinical pharmacy practice people who can accept the query easily, who can decide the query whether it is fake or wrong. Because we can know if the patient is taking any iron supplements, it will cause a mild gastric disturbances. So we will easily accept that. But if a patient who don't know what are all the basic medicines, what is pharmacy rounds, what are the adverse events of drugs, then definitely they don't know whether it is a fake or not. So if he is a non-pharmacy people, they won't know whether it is a good or not. That's why all the companies are targeting pharmacy people who have a good knowledge in ICH-GCP and NDCD rule. ICH-GCP, I think everyone is having a certificate, but that certificate is not only enough. More than that, you need to study ICH-GCP principle. That is the 78 pages there. Daily one page if you read, means before completing Big Boss, you can master in the clinical research. Then statistics will be done by the sponsor, publication of the results in a journal. Then they will reach a global market. Okay, this is the process. Then you will easily get a good amount of money. So what these are the different roles as a clinical pharmacist to you can move within 5 to 6 years. You can work as a clinical research associate, clinical data management, pharmacovigilance, medical writing, everything. These are the different fields you can work. Clinical research coordinator, clinical research associate, then clinical data management, pharmacovigilance, medical writing. Everyone know that writing a research paper is very difficult, but without publishing a single paper, you can work as a medical writer. The main thing is in medical writing means not only article writing. Article writing will done by the PhDs, staffs. The main thing why staffs are pressuring us to do publication is in our college, in our sorry, not only in our college because it will damage us. Overall, in a college, if you publish any article, they will pay 3,000 to you along with your salary. Okay, because it will help college to move ranking faster. NABH ranking, NAC ranking, NARF ranking. So if they publish 300 article, definitely 1 point will increase. That's why they are paying additional amount to staffs. But no one is teaching clinical research. They are teaching clinical pharmacy practice. That is a clinical pharmacy, and they are expecting us to perform as an all-rounder. You can work as a clinical pharmacist. You can work as a clinical research associate. They are expecting us to work as a pharmacovigilance. They are expecting to work as a medical rating, but they are teaching training only as a clinical pharmacy. So if you think logically, Pharm D syllabus has everything, but we are not mastered in a single thing. If they are studying M.Pharm pharmacy practice, they can excel. If they are studying M.Pharm pharmaceutics, they can excel. But we will study pharmacy practice, we will study pharmacognosy, we will study microbiology, but we are not excel in any field. That's why I'm telling, if you are in the 5th year or 6th year, choose your department wisely. If you are planning to do clinical research, do some pre-certifications are there. IIT, NPTEL certifications are there. I will share the links with the admin. You can get from free certifications links are there. Free material books are there. Even I share that too. So focus on at least 1 to 2 departments. If you can't decide, then if you discuss with your friends more than 5 to different fields, you can't decide. So if you want to decide, don't discuss. Okay, plan wisely. Get into the specific department. Okay, this is the basics of clinical research, and I will tell you why clinical research is needed, why you need to study. Because in World War during that time, Nuremberg trial, everyone know. When Hitler or World War they capture any patients, what they will do, they will take the patients and put in a cold water tank to check if their pilots is ejected into the not cold sea, how much time they are surviving. Okay, then another one experiment, high altitude experiment. They will put the patients, that is patients, soldiers. If they capture that soldiers, they will transfer the soldiers into a subjects, clinical research subject. In clinical research, we will use the term subject, not as a patient. And in clinical research, we will use only black pen. And in clinical research, we will use called as a volunteers subjects, not as a patients. So they will transfer the patient into a subjects. Okay, so, sorry, soldiers into a subject. They will put in a low oxygen tank to check if they are ejected in the sky, how much time they can survive. So that is the, these are the dangerous clinical trial, and they are spreading syphilis to the patients and checking whether syphilis is this antibiotics working against syphilis, and they are doing experiments without anesthesia, checking chemical weapons, checking biological weapons. They are putting everyone in a single room and they are releasing gases to see how much time it takes to 50 patients to kill in this much of concentration. So all the patients incinerated. After that, World Medical Organization released these ICGCP principles, 13 principles. So I don't want to make you bored. This will take, even I can speak more than 1 day to regarding clinical research also. So these are the 13 principles everyone know. So if the trial is risk is more, risk is less, benefit is more, then we can conduct. In cancer trials, risk is there. What risk? They will get less hemoglobin level. They will get vomiting and nausea, but benefit is more. Okay, they will get air fall and all. Okay, but benefit is more. If they are getting liver failure, kidney failure, what we will do? Will we definitely we will not give that medicine. So trial risk should be less and benefit should be more. Like that only in vaccines. In vaccines, risk is there. Definitely, everyone is telling it is mild. Some small risks are there. Some people is getting some clotting factor, this kind of thing. But 99% of people is surviving. Only 1% people is facing that uh, adverse events. So like that in all the medicines, even after taking paracetamol also some patient died. Even ibuprofen also some patient felt hypersensitivity. So all the medicine is having a risk as well as benefit. If the benefit justifies the risk, then we can conduct the clinical trial. Then for clinical trial, we need all these 13 principles. You should tell all these 13 principles. You should have a good clinical research practice certificate. Good, you should know what are informed consent, what is clinical trial data. Okay, so these are the things, and this is the certificate. I think everyone is having this is the basic certificate. It is very easy. You can take a screenshot if you want to get the certificate. This is the QR code. You can scan this, then you will get the link. Okay, and apart from the certificate, now everyone is having the certificate, 3 years validity certificate. But the main thing is you should know what is GCP. Okay, you should know what is GCP, and I most of the people know what is ethics committee, IRB, IEC, everything. And now I'll explain you in short. GCP explained, basic diabetes explained, and as a clinical pharmacy practice people, you should know what is Alcoa, because this is the main thing. If you're planning to get into the clinical research industry, they will ask. Alcoa means attributable, legible, contemporaneous, original, and accurate. It is very easy concept. I will explain you. Attributable means in clinical research, if you are conducting, documenting anything, you should write who conducted the experiment, who is in charge of that experiment. That is attributable. Okay, your name, signature, date should be there. Legible means you should use only black pen. If you took black pen to the clinical research interview, then consider that you are an expert. Because in clinical research, anytime we will scan and send, all the expert clinical research people only use black pen, because that will be a clear data. Because in blue, different colors are there, light blue, dark blue, but in black, only black. Okay, so refill black pen, and data should be clear, and it should be in a single, easily readable handwriting. If your handwriting is not good like me, then you can type that article also. You can use electronic records also. You can save as a, but it should be a same font. Contemporaneous means on spot recording. Any if you are taking a giving an insulin, suddenly that patient is fainting means you have to record immediately. Okay, today after monthly once only they are going to come for inspection. We can postpone and record all the AEs later. Like that, you should not give. Okay, immediately spot on spot, you should give a record. That is concept. Contemporaneous means on spot. Attributable is who conducted. Legible means how to write clearly, contemporaneously, on spot. Then original in clinical research. If you are conducting a HbA1c, RBS, PBBS, original report you should keep. Xerox copy we can give to the patient, because who is paying for all the clinical trial? Sponsor. He is the producer. Like how movie producer is there for clinical trial, sponsor is producing in crores. So if ECG reports, X-ray reports, you should keep the original copy. Okay, you should not give the original copy and keep Xerox. We can give Xerox copy to the patients, but original copy we should keep. Then accurate. If the patient weight is 79.9, it should be 79.9. You should not round off and write as a 80. Okay, if your room storage insulin storage condition is 25.6, you should write as a 25.6 is the insulin storage condition. You should not write as a 26. Okay, this is ALCOA. What is A? Attributable. Attributable is who conducted. Legible, L. That is, we should use black pen, and who is clear, readable, and if it is electronic data, it should be in the same font. Contemporaneous, on spot. If patient is telling any complaint means you should record within 1 day, because you should not. Then you will forget the real scenario. If patient is telling, I ate some bitter gourd. After that, I took the insulin means, then bitter gourd will automatically reduce the blood glucose level. After 1 to 2 days, you will remember the story. Daily, some patients will call and tell the story as if you are a clinical research expert. Then you will forget the story and you will get some new story that will create a major complications. So anything you have to write as a detailed story. Summarizing and story writing is very essential skill. Then original means original document you should keep. Then accurate. This is the basic thing. So GCP, GDP equal to excellent clinical trial. Okay, if you know GCP, what is GCP? Good clinical practice. International Conference of Organization, good clinical practice. Then GDP. Then the GDP means good documentation practice. How to document. Even small things. If patient is sneezing and he took some inhaler, he took some steam inhalation also, you have to write here. Okay, if your documentation is good, then you will be treated as a lead CRC. Then you will be easily get promoted. Documentation is the primary thing in the clinical research. Okay, so I can speak more about clinical. That's all. So any other thing? Because I have given the limited time, that's why I'm almost completing here. So I give a basic introduction on what is clinical research. To enter into the clinical research, what are the demands, who can enter, what are the skills you need, means majorly GCP you need to know that certificate, and GDP you need to know. Search in Google that GCP, what is GCP and what is GDP. I showed you what is the salary, and these are the companies. You can work as a site also. Site means hospital. Hospital is considered as a site, and pharmaceutical companies is called as a sponsor companies, because in clinical trial they are only sponsoring. So sponsor company. So if you are working for a Novo Nordisk, means they will majorly have insulin, diabetes medicines. AstraZeneca is for breast cancer. Okay, and different companies are expert in this kind of things. If you are working in Novo Nordisk, mostly you will do diabetes trial. But if you work as a clinical research organization, the main role of clinical research organization is to conduct clinical trials to pharmaceutical company. Okay, they are like a movie producer. CRO is like a director. Okay, they are paying in them, they are conducting the clinical research, and the site is a major place, and the CRA, see, patient are the heroes and we are the co-workers. So like that, contract research organization, if you are working for IQVIA, ICON, means each one project will be different. So at initial time it will be advised to work as a clinical research or contract research organization. It is both are same. Okay, so in this your growth will be study manager, clinical trial lead, clinical research, also clinical trial assistant, from reverse to this. Here also same growth, but learnings will be more in a contract research or clinical research organization. Okay, some clinical research company, um, pharmaceutical company will directly have a CRA. They will directly come to hospital and they will directly do all kinds of work. Some CRA, some pharmaceutical company don't have that sufficient time. They will work on marketing, manufacturing. So they will give and tie up with the clinical research organizations, and they will give that project to this team, and this team will control everything. This is a very excellent idea to do a startup also. Many people are doing startup. Even my dream is to start up a clinical research center. So to do that, you need to be expert. To be expert, you need to work as a clinical research coordinator at least 2 years. Okay, so this is my interest. The light which I am having, I am sharing that, because I catch one bus without knowing how to catch that bus. I asked everyone what is the route, how to reach that bus, what is the bus number, what is the bus timing. Now some person is there to tell what time the bus will come, what route you should reach, what time you will reach, what seat, what is the ticket price, at how much time it will take you to reach there. So I am telling this. So that's all about my duty. So any doubts you can ask. Yeah, Cresvin beta, that is the drug name. Actually, my plan is to give a hepatic dosage calculations and renal dosage calculations in an easy way. But suddenly my mind started. Can we start a career in clinical research field without any previous publication? I don't have any publications, but currently I have 12 publications. All was done by a clinical research company. If you completed or any clinical studies successfully, they will publish you a clinical trial paper. But I know some basics of publication, but they don't need a publication knowledge person. They have a publication team separately, with the MD pharmacology. Okay, and they want to spend any amount of money easily. How can, so that is the basics of medical writing. Just I will show you how medical clinical trial report medical writing will look like. By using ChatGPT you can easily write, but you need some basic ideas to give a prompt. How can be a CRC? Yeah, which hospital you are working, check whether your hospital is associated as a medical research center. If it is there, then definitely clinical research will be there. Check with the HODs whether any clinical trials they are going. Tirupur GH, and definitely in GH and all clinical trials will be there. Even because you don't know, because the clinical research and all they will not openly say. What people will think means clinical research means they are going to test some new medicine on us, so people will think as a strange dangerous thing, so they won't tell that openly to everyone that we are conducting clinical research. Doctor will personally ask, there is some new medicine, can you, if you are interested you can take, like that only they will tell us, so you can go and ask.
Sir, will the pharmaceutical companies choose the site for clinical trial or the hospitals can approach?
Yeah, hospitals also can tell what are the thing facilities we have, how much CRC capacity we have. Generally, pharmaceutical companies will automatically come. You can send a request through the clinical research organizations. Clinical research organizations, the one who is eligible to select the site is a clinical research associate. That clinical research associate will choose the site. So you can search clinical research associate in LinkedIn, and you can explain what are all the facilities you can have, how much the patients pull weekly, how many patients we can enroll, and what is the experience of the doctor. So, like if you explain like that, then automatically clinical trials. One to two trials, initial only it will be difficult. It is like a movie. First two to three movie, it will be difficult for you. After to, if you conduct successfully two trials, then sponsors will come and ask you. You don't have sufficient time to conduct clinical research.
So, thank you, sir. This seminar was truly worthy, sir. You really motivated us to gain more and more knowledge and work hard in our respective fields. I like to convey my gratitude to everyone here for taking the time to join us today. For making the time to join us today, we would like to extend a heartfelt thanks to Dr. Mothish Waran, sir, for assisting us and making this event a huge success. We hope you all found this session useful. Thank you once again and have a wonderful day.